Hi all, this is the DOVAMAN. It's the GT10 garden shredder. It's available on Amazon, and I just thought I'd do a quick unboxing, show you what you get supplied, go over the specifications and show you how to get this assembled as well. I'll then do another video that shows you this in action and how well it works. Okay, so let's get it unboxed and let's take a closer look. Okay, so we've got our garden shredder or chipper unboxed. So what do you actually get supplied? So naturally you're going to get the chipper itself, and I'll be telling you a little bit more about the specifications of that later in the video. You also get your box here for catching your wood chippings, and this is a whopping 55 litres, and that means you're going to be able to run a lot longer before you need to empty this. So really good size chipper there. It does have a safety mechanism here, so this needs to be locked into place before the chipper will work. So if you do purchase one of these and you notice you're turning it on and nothing's happening, it may well be because you don't have this lever locked in position, and that's what that needs to be in order for this to actually work. So just something to bear in mind there. So great size box here. As you can see, you get your frame and you get your wheels. So this is on wheels, and that makes it super easy and portable to move around, because this is a heavy tool and you want it to be heavy because you need it to be cutting those branches. So in terms of the branches it can cut, it's 40 millimeters or 4 centimeters, but again, I will be doing another video that shows you this in action and how well it works. So a little bit of assembly is going to be required, but what is great, and it is super simple, it is that not only do you get your user manual here and your warranty card, so remember 2 years guarantee on this one, which is fantastic, but DOVAMAN have also included this quick start guide, which has installation step photos, which are super clear, and it just shows you the whole process of putting it together. There is also over on the Amazon listing a video from DOVAMAN which actually shows you how to put this together, but I'm going to be doing it here as well. But if you just want to go and refer to that, it is so simple to put together. And it only takes a few minutes, and I'll be doing that in a moment. So you do get the tools, but you don't get all of the tools. So you get the spanners here, and that's going to be for doing up your wheels, for tightening up your wheels. But you will need a cross-headed screwdriver as well, and that's just to secure these legs and the wheels to the actual chipper itself. So a screwdriver will be required, a cross-headed screwdriver, but that's pretty much it. So that's what you get supplied in the box. So what I'll do now is I'll get this assembled and then I'll go over the specification. Okay, so we're going to go now and get the shredder assembled. So it's super easy to do. So the first thing is just to put these feet onto your bars here. So I've just done one there, and you can either do it up the other way and push the bar down onto the foot, but they do just go, if you just push them down like so, they will just lock into place, and then that's done. So that's the first part. So I'm just working through the instructions here. Okay, so next up is to get our wheels on. So we've got our 2 feet on this end. So really straightforward. So all you do is take one of the bolts, you put a washer on, then you put this metal tube on like so, and then you're ready just to put the wheel on, which goes through, and that's going to allow it to turn. So I'm just going to pop that through like so, push that through, and then using a washer and a nut, which is a self-locking nut. So then the washer goes on. So if I just turn that so that you can see, the washer goes on, and then the nut goes on. And then you use the provided spanners here. So you've got 2 spanners, different diameters on each end there, and then you just use that to do this up tight. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, and once you've got that tightened up, then you can put on this cover here, and that just pops on. So you literally just push it on, get the clips in, and then just bang it into place like so. Actually, there are some slots here. So there are some slots that it lines up onto, that you need to line up these clips with, which I didn't realise. So let me just do that, and then we should be able to clip in. So I've got one there, so the rest should line up now. And then just give that a little pat in, and then that cover has now gone on. And then all you need to do then is to do the same on the other side. So I'll do that and I'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so we've got our two wheels on now. So the next thing to do is to put these plastic pieces onto the frame itself. So I'm just following the instructions here. So it shows to turn it over. So they do go into the holes here. So there's two holes that they slot into. It can only go one way, so you can't get it wrong. So the thinner bit goes at the bottom and it kind of points forwards where the wheels are. And then you just locate these two holes here with the two pieces here on the plastic and just pop that through like so. And then just using the screws here and a washer. So just pop a washer onto one of the screws and then just go through the hole, locate the hole there, and then just using your cross-headed screwdriver you would just do that up, and you do that for both sides, and there's two screws on each side, and it really is as simple as that. So that's the next thing I'm just going to do. So I'll just get this one done up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, like so, and then that's the first one done. Now you can see that that's just screwed in using those two screws. So all I need to do now is just get the other side on. Okay, so we're almost there now with the installations. There is just a little bit more that needs to be done. So I'm just going to flip over the instructions, and I must say having these pictures here does make it very, very easy. So what we need to do then, we need to get this turned over because we need to put these couple of bars, screw these bars down onto the unit underneath. So I'm just going to turn this over and then we'll take a look and I'll show you where you need to put these. Okay, so next up is to secure these two metal strips here to underneath the chipper itself. So you want to do it so that this curved edge is facing upwards, and then that just sits over the top of these three pins here, the same on the other side, and then it's simply a case of just screwing a screw on each end with the washer. So let me just do that now and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so again, it's one of the screws with a washer on. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll just do this end one first. So just locate the hole and then using your screwdriver, just screw that plate to the base of the chipper. Okay, so we're almost there now with the assembly. So all we need to do now is to attach this frame with the wheels onto the chipper itself. So the wheels go on the same side as the handle, and then that just slots into the three slots on each side. So I'm just going to slot that in. Same on the other side. Okay, like so. So let me just twist that so that you can see. So I've basically now got three screw holes here that I just need to secure this, and then that is it, we're done. So I just have one other hubcap to go on, which I've been using to just keep my screws from going into the grass there. So a screw and a washer again, and then just line up the hole and then just screw that down. Like so. So I'm just going to do 3 on this side, another 2 on that side, and that is it. That's essentially the shredder or the chipper ready to go. Okay, so I hope you found this review useful of this DOVAMAN wood chipper or garden shredder. It comes in 2 different colours and you can purchase it on Amazon.